Before you start running, hold up, just pause the button there, watch this video, and then go out there and run. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Abigail Page Designs YouTube video. If you are new here, then welcome. If you are returning, then thank you for joining. I like to make food and fitness content with a little sprinkle of real estate. So today is going to be very running focused. I have been meaning to make this video for a while, and I know I say that with pretty much every video, but this one especially because I think had I watched a video like this before I started running, it would have saved me a lot of trouble, a lot of pain, and that is what I'm going to try to prevent for you guys today. I'm going to be walking you through 10 things that I wish I had known before I started running. Had I known these things, I probably would have saved myself several injuries and a whole lot of mental pain. All that said, let's jump right into this. Okay, number one is honestly top of the list, hands down. That is shoes, shoes, shoes. Oh my gosh, I cannot even emphasize this enough. Please make sure you are wearing the right shoes. Please make sure you're wearing running shoes. I started my running journey wearing Morel hiking boots. I can't even believe I did that. It was so bad for my feet, for my joints, for literally everything, because those shoes were not made for runners. So before you go out there and you're like, wow, I need to try running right now, go to a running shoe store, a running shoe specific store, please, because they know what they're talking about, and get yourself a really, really nice pair of running shoes. I know it's expensive, but if there is one thing that you're going to buy for this new running journey, let it be shoes, because your feet are what carry all of the weight, literally. So I personally go to Queen City Running in Marquette, Michigan. So if you live in the area, would highly recommend them. 5 out of 5 stars. They have helped me get my first pair of running shoes, and I've now bought like 10 pairs of running shoes from them. Never once regretted it. They've all fit my feet perfectly. So I'm not saying you have to get like top of line shoes. They need to be running shoes. I personally like my Brooks. I also like Saucony. It kind of just depends on what kind of feet you have. And if you go to a running shoe store, they will take a look at your arches and tell you exactly what kind of shoes you should be wearing. Hand in hand with shoes, and that is please wear the right gear. I started my running journey wearing jeans. I don't know what I was thinking, but let's just say running in jeans is A, it's uncomfortable, and B, it doesn't really allow you to have proper form because they're really tight. So please make sure you're wearing the right gear, especially if you're just starting off. I feel like this will kind of be a make or break situation for you, because running is kind of already uncomfortable, especially in the beginning. The last thing you want is to make it more uncomfortable for yourself by wearing the wrong gear. So any way you can make it more comfortable by wearing the right shorts, the right top, please do that. I will leave all of my favorites linked below. I'm a hardcore Yogalicious girl. I know that's not a super popular brand, but personally, I'd say they are equivalent to a Lululemon. No chafing, nothing, and they're like half the price. So I will leave those linked below for you guys. Every now and then you luck out at TJ Maxx and they have them for like $20. You can get 2 pairs. And I swear by them. I have like 10 pairs now. So yes, would highly recommend wearing the right gear, especially the right shorts, because, ooh, that is just so uncomfortable, and I will never not wear proper gear again. 3 is fueling. Oh my gosh, the right food and the right amount of food will heavily, heavily, heavily influence the way you run. I wish I would have known this when I first started, because I did not. And at the beginning of my running journey, I still didn't have a great relationship with food, which didn't really help. But I also feel like I didn't know or understand that running burns an exorbitant amount of calories, and you need to be eating those calories back plus some if you want to get faster and stronger and better at running. So I found it helpful to watch YouTube videos on athletes. It kind of inspired me and made me realize, wow, Abby, you have been under eating this entire time. Obviously, I am not a medical professional, and neither were any of the YouTube videos I was watching, but it did really help me to kind of put an amount on things. It helped me understand how much food I needed to be eating and what kind of food. Carbs are your friend, not your foe. And honestly, if it helps, look at it like you wouldn't want to drive your car on empty. You wouldn't want to run your body on empty either. It's just not good for the car, and it's not good for your body. So please make sure you eat enough food. Number 4 is electrolytes. I started my running journey not thinking anything about electrolytes, minerals, supplements, any of that. And honestly, I think it would have saved me a lot of swelling, especially in my legs. I realized a lot that after I'd run, especially on a really, really hot summer day, my legs would get really swelled and my feet would get really swelled. And I just felt overall like electrolytes help you to not only like regulate all of that, but they also help you from crashing in the middle of the day, because your body has those minerals replenished. So especially on like long run days and stuff, electrolytes are your best friend. I personally use liquid IV. I've also heard great things about Elements. So honestly, any electrolyte, just make sure it has enough salt, sodium, and potassium. Those would be my top 3. You know, it'll help you prevent cramps. It'll help you sleep at night. 5 is warm-ups. You know how on a cold day, you don't want to, we're going to use this car again. You don't want to drive your car right when you turn it on and just go, right? Because the engine is cold and it needs to warm up. Well, you don't want to do that to your body either. It will cause many problems and many injuries and a lot of tight muscles. So please make sure you are warming up, even if it's 2-3 minutes. I don't really care. I know I have used this excuse before and I absolutely I will not use it again after having ripped my hip flexor, but that is, you don't have enough time to warm up. Excuse me. But if you have enough time to run 3 to 4 miles, then you have enough time to do a 2 to 3 minute warm up. It'll save you a lot of time later on. Also, you know, you won't be like, oh, hey boss, I tore my hamstring, so now I'm stuck on my couch all day. Along with number 5, and that is strength training. Running burns fat and calories, and while that is great, you can't do cardio without strength training, and you can't do strength training without cardio. The two need each other to help you stay fit and healthy. And I do know some people that just run and they look okay, and that's fine, and hopefully they're not getting injured. But honestly, I can guarantee you can go talk to any running coach, anybody, and they will tell you, yes, you need to be strength training. It doesn't need to be like heavy weights or anything, because you don't want to gas yourself out when you're doing this. You know, you're strength training to become a better runner, and that's how you need to look at it. Strength training is just to make your body feel good. It's to help you build muscles that are absolutely crucial when you go out and run. 7 is sleep. Oh my gosh. I really, really, really have learned over the years to appreciate sleep. There was a time where I would only get like 5-6 hours and I thought that was fine. However, I've since then realized that sleep is your best, most natural form of recovery that you can give your body. Sleep allows all of your muscles to relax and not be tense for once. And it also really just helps your mind, because running is very mental. And if you are tired, let me tell you, it will not be a fun run. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. I personally try to get 8 to 9. I know not everybody has time for that, so please at least try to make sure you're getting 7. Anything below that, and it's just, I cringe thinking about it. So please make sure you're getting enough sleep. It will definitely help you out on your runs. It can be a little boring to run sometimes. I know. Wow. I just said that out loud. But it can be a little bit redundant. And I first started my running journey just without headphones, without anything. I would just go out there and do it raw. Listen to the panting of my breath and the birds and the trees. While I think it is good to challenge yourself mentally every now and then and go out for a run without headphones and just listen to your mind, I also think that there is a time and a place to use headphones, and that is on long runs. You do not want to be running 21 miles without headphones. If you can, then amen to you. You are my savior, because that is just... I have no idea how you do that. The furthest I've gone without headphones was 15 miles, and that was plenty far for me. So I would definitely recommend getting a pair of really nice wireless headphones or shocks or something of that nature, because it will help you to run further and faster. It has been scientifically proven that if you're listening to an upbeat song, it will help you run faster. So yes, music and podcasts are your buddy. You're listening to your music, you're having a good time, and before you know it, that 2-hour run is done and over with. Is And it's not all about distance. There is many, 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 many different kinds of running. It is not always, oh, I'm going to wake up today and push myself a half a mile further. There is tempo runs, there's interval runs, there's hill training sessions, there is long runs, short runs, medium runs, you name it. So please make sure you're using a good mix of those. It is not always about pushing yourself further and further every single day. I did not know this when I first started, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe just because I knew absolutely nothing about running. 10 is especially for all of you beginner runners, and that is, it gets easier. I know that sounds crazy. It does get easier. It takes time, it takes perseverance, and it takes a whole lot of strength. So I can't really put a time on it. It's different for everybody. However, for me, it took about, I would say, a month before I felt like it was easy to run 3 to 4 miles. Now, again, that can look different for everybody, but just know that it does get easier. Your lung capacity does build, your VO2 max goes up, so it will eventually not feel like a punishment, and instead you will find pleasure in it. And that was a wrap with my 10 things that I wish I had known before I started running. I hope that this helped give you a little insight. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe for more amazing running content. I will see you next week. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.